I couldn't be more excited about this. Because you go, there's a sacrifice to be made there. You've got to sacrifice function for fashion, especially in a place like Ohio, right? But if you're somebody who likes to stay on top of trends, fashion or otherwise, you should invest in a pair of hot pants.
Let me see some of these.
Because this fall, they're back. You know, all these things are cyclical. And some of us just kind of bide our time until hot pants come back around again. And they have. For
Why do
fall
they call them
20.
hot pants? They're just shorts.
Because they make you look hot.
No, these people are hot.
Well, there's going to be plenty of people who aren't hot wearing hot pants.
Right. But
Every little bit helps.
And the hot pants aren't going to make them look hot.
Every little bit helps.
Like, put me in hot pants, I'm not going to look hot.
You don't know that.
You've
never had them on.
I know. I know that this will not help.
Well, I know when I wear hot pants, I look good.
We have a different build.
Well, nevertheless.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Nevertheless. Something to consider.
Why though? It's cold outside.
Well, this is what I'm saying. You've got to sacrifice function for fashion. You're somebody that prides themselves on staying at the forefront of these trends. That's what you've got to think about.
Is this a real trend? I don't think this is a real trend.
Why? I was reading this morning that the trend for the fall is hot pants. Who am I to argue?
Fall's almost over.
Who am I to argue? Fall has just begun. It won't be winter until towards the middle to the end of December.
You got a
So
date?
we're in fall right now. We're knee deep in it.
Well, I haven't seen anyone rocking hot pants.
Nevertheless,
as a fall look.
Listen, Cleveland is not known to be a trendy town.
Yeah, well,
we're not exactly trying to be on the cutting edge of anything.
But even on like TV from other places, I haven't seen hot pants being
That's
rocked.
how you know it's cutting edge. Nobody's doing it. That's how you know.
Oh, so it's a trend that no one's doing. Got it. One of those
best
trends.
kind of
Like the lambada. Remember the lambada?
No.
The dancing craze that swept the nation that no one was doing? The forbidden dance. Even made a movie about it. That's not it.
Oh.
I thought a lambada was like when they cut out a little bit of your brain.
That's a lobotomy.
Okay.
It's close, but that's where they got the
Well,
dance.
they're dancing.
Hot pants on men are a totally different thing. That's almost Speedo-like.
Well, yes, right? So your point is what?
Well, I know. Hot pants on women, it's fine. I see that in a Taylor Swift video, but on men, it's much more provocative. Because
there's a bulge.
I was going to say, yeah. It's almost like briefs. That's like the length of my briefs in these hot pants.
Well, I'm just saying. For anybody, listen, you're not obligated.
Are you going to partake?
Who?
You.
Hells yes.
No, you're not. I dare you.
Of course I am.
Wear them to your next Cox out pregame.
No, I didn't
in
say
the hot pants.
I didn't say I would do it publicly.
Oh, lame. Then you can't.
You asked if I was going to participate in this fall hottest fashion trend. Of course.
Trying to get on a loophole.
On what?
I said you're always trying to get one over on us in a loophole.
I sure am. You know me. I'm Joe Loophole. Always trying to get one over. Yeah.
The only one that looks like of the one on People Magazine where you're people.com, they're looking at, Olivia Wilde looks great in these. The rest of them are all doing like fashion stuff. And not it.
Alan, are you thinking of the Macarena? No, everybody did the Macarena. The lambada was the dance craze no one was doing. They really tried to make the lambada a thing.
What year?
Okay, this is
2089, 90?
2089.
89, 90. It was like a Brazilian dance that came over here, popped up in like Miami for a hot minute, but they were trying to blow it up like it was this big dance craze. They made a movie called The Lambada. Nobody was doing it. You had to put your leg in between the other person's legs, some nonsense. There was like, because, you know, Macarena blew up because of the song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a song called Lambada. And obviously this is way before social media, probably a much bigger deal now, but nobody was paying attention to that. Then when the movie came out, and it's kind of power suggestion. people go, "Oh, well, this must be a big deal." No, not a big deal. You never met a person who was doing the lambada.
It's this hot pants thing. The lambada is a lot like they're putting edibles in Halloween candy, where they're like, it happened once, and they're like, could this be happening in your neighborhood?
It could be.
But it's
You don't think I personally checked my daughter's candy to see if there were razor blades or pins in it? I put each piece in my mouth to make sure.
Mushed it up?
Yes,
and
with
baby
my
birded
teeth
it
and
back?
tongue. No, I just ate it. Just to make
see, that's where you lost us. We know you didn't. Well, it's too sweet.
All in the
there's
name
too
of
much-
safety.
Oh, this Reese's cup is too thick.
Well, if you know anything about me, I don't have an aversion to something being sweet, but I don't like my candy
Okay, then
thick.
you don't like your candy thick. What kind of chocolate do you like?
Dark, like an adult. What am I, a child?
Because you don't
All
like,
that Halloween candy is milk chocolate.
and it's all sweet.
But some of it is there's like a dark chocolate Reese's cup or something.
No one's handing out dark chocolate Reese's
She
cups.
got them in her bag. Sure they are. Yes, because adults. This is why I'm saying turn Halloween back over to the children. Yes, I would be down a dark chocolate Reese's cup, but that is the sacrifice I'm willing to make
Oh,
That must have been
What a
all they
great
had
guy.
left.
to reclaim Halloween for the children and away from the adults.
stop being a martyr, Alan.
I took precisely 2 pieces of candy from her bag as we were dumping it out and organizing it. Boy, people give out a lot of Twix. Boy, do people give out a lot of Twix.
Cooks are good.
Twix is great.
They're not bad, but boy, that was far and away what she had with No, I had a Butterfinger.
Ooh, I love a
Oh, good.
Butterfinger.
Of course you do.
What's
And
that supposed to mean?
because they're delicious.
Okay.
What do you mean, what's that supposed to mean?
I
It's
don't know.
delicious.
Well, of course I do. I'm just saying.
And I had they give you those little 2-pack of Starburst. And I had 2 of those.
I love the Starburst. There's the regular Starburst, and then there's the tropical.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Mhm.
the tropical is far superior.
I like
Yeah.
the tropical Skittles.
You won't find a bad Starburst. Even
Yeah.
cherry, and I don't care for cherry.
I don't
but
like yellow.
Yellow's my favorite.
Yellow's
You don't like
gross.
yellow, it's lemon.
Yellow.
It's not the same.
I don't like yellow. I don't like the song. I don't like the candy. Screw you, Chris Martin. You ruined it for everybody.
There's a song called Yellow.
Yeah.
It's all yellow.
It was Coldplay's very first song. You don't remember Yellow?
And it went outside.
Of course, you were probably like in 2nd grade when Yellow was out. It was a long time
I
ago.
don't follow Coldplay.
But you've heard of it's 20 years old. You've heard of their music. I mean,
I know Livin' La Vida or whatever. Viva La Vida.
yeah.
Living the vida loca.
Yellow was their first song, first big hit.
And I know the Speed of Sound song.
He wrote it for Gwyneth Paltrow. I thought he was singing about her teeth, but then I saw a picture of her. I was like, no, she looks good. Looks like she brushes and flosses and rinses. Use a water pick.
Selling candles that smell like her vagina.
Yeah, that's enough.
How they shine on you.
No, let Mary
And the
sing.
things you do.
Nope, never heard that song in my life.
And it's all yellow.
Yeah, you never heard Yellow. All right, well, you can't say that anymore. That's it. That's the song. Mary had Halloween candy too. I mean,
I like cream pies. Yeah, she did.
no,
Don't worry
I
about
took
my
precisely
candy.
2 pieces of candy. And that's the trouble with Halloween. Not the trouble, but I mean, everybody is that you've got a giant bowl of candy in your house through New Year's. You know, just sitting there because nobody ever eats all of it.
Maybe you.
Nobody eats all the Halloween candy. It doesn't last that long.
It took me a couple days when I was a kid. Like I would.
couple days.
A couple days.
My
Yeah.
parents used to hide ours.
No.
We'd be like, hey, can I have a piece or 2? They go, yeah. Pick something out. And the bowl would go right back on top of the fridge.
I'd have a pile of just wrappers. Like by the time my mom woke up, because I would get home from school, and then my mom would be.
Would you
like,
show the pile of wrappers to people to try and impress them?
But didn't that make you sick?
No.
No, not as a kid.
Oof. I mean, kids get stomach aches too.
But I would like live
So-
off of candy. Like if my diet was bad all year round, I mean, a couple days full of candy really wouldn't affect me that much. Like we had the sugary cereal. We had, Hawaiian Punch, and then Waffle Crisp. Or,
Hawaiian Punch cereal?
No. I'm saying like we would have like all the. We didn't drink water as kids. Like we would have like Tampico, Hawaiian Punch.
We didn't drink water as kids.
We really
Neither
didn't.
we.
I know a lot of people didn't.
We had just 2 liters. That's it.
It was juice, soda, and then all the sugary cereals. It wasn't like a balanced meal whatsoever. So if your diet's just trash your entire childhood, what's a couple
How
days?
do you still have all your
candy?
teeth?
I don't know.
All those ones fell out.
No.
Well, no. I mean, that's old enough to have like.
Well, I brushed. I was like.
All right, I don't know. You've always made it sound like you didn't have like great hygiene, or you didn't go to the dentist. Or
I didn't. That's why like my breath stink for those couple of years. But
that's what I'm saying. How do you still have all your teeth?
But my teeth weren't rotting. It was. Just
I guess if you don't go to the dentist, they're not going to take your teeth out.
And I also had braces. That's what all the little nasty food was stuck under. It was like my permanent brace that I had back there that I still haven't taken out. So no, I mean I just took care of my teeth. It wasn't. I never really got cavities.
All right.
I've had like 2 cavities in my life, and I think it was from some busted dental office that just wanted, my money. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't your teeth. I'm sure they were pristine.
Well,
I'm sure they were trying to get one over on you.
If you honestly though, you act like some offices don't be doing that, where you're like, y'all need the money, y'all need a cavity to keep this thing afloat. And y'all just
one cavity.
Y'all need
a dentist office that needs a cavity filled to keep it afloat.
You don't know if every person comes in who just has a cavity. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, because people eat terribly.
And then
how is it the dentist office that's suspect and not the
there
person
are dentist
coming
offices
in? There absolutely are. I'm just
we'll
saying
just
that
like, you got 18 cavities.
Pretty few and far between.
And not a year after I went and got my cavity filled, they were gone. So I was like, they did just need my insurance money.
They were gone. No follow-up at all, right?
The office was gone. Like, it was, like, boarded up. I was like, man,
Dr. Nick's Dentistry.
Yeah, it was trifling.
If you had gotten those cavities filled, they'd still be open.
I got the one cavity filled. It's the only little black spot I have in my mouth. But, like, don't you feel a cavity? I don't know. I didn't have enough cavities to know. But, like, don't you feel, doesn't a cavity hurt?
Not at the beginning. It depends
It's got to get down to the...
Depends on how bad it is.
I haven't had a cavity in a long time, so don't know.
If it's a root canal, that they drill the whole thing out. But yeah, well, okay, there you go. Anyway, hot pants, they're back, and we were talking about before the break, talking about the meteor shower tonight and the fireballs and all that. Did you see the dude talking to the flat earther at the Flat Earth Convention? No. This is last week, but I never got to it. But man, it's great. Because these people don't actually believe this stuff, or they're very, very mentally ill or something. And somebody with a microphone will always find them. Some guy with a big long gray beard, and he's got all kinds of thoughts on things.
If the Earth is flat, where is the sun? It's 93 million miles away.
Well, the sun at any given time, and when you say the sun, there is no the sun. Everybody has their own sun.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Literally.
What do you mean literally?
Literally, everybody has their own sun. There's a different sun for everybody.
What do you mean a different sun? I don't understand that. Like, you're saying that there's a different sun here in Las Vegas than there is in New York?
You're not looking at the same sun there, correct.
So how many suns are there?
As many people who are viewing it.
So every individual person has their own sun?
Correct.
What?
That is correct. The sun's no more than 50 miles away at any given time. And it's
50.
Just,
wait. But wait a second. But airplanes go up in the sky.
That's right. And it's like a rainbow.
How come the sun doesn't get bigger when you're in an airplane?
The closer you move to it, the farther it moves from you. It's like a rainbow. And the sun isn't a thing.
This is going to break me, man. This is going to break me.
The sun is literally not a thing. The
What?
sun,
Wait a second.
No, it's not like a burning ball of gas or any of that bullshit.
What is the sun then?
It's cold.
The sun is cold.
The sun's cold.
Sun's cold. Right.
Who's
your
this guy
sun
that
is
was
just
interviewing?
cold to you.
So yeah, that guy's got a lot of thoughts. The sun, we all have our own sun, and it's cold. And
It's 50 feet away.
It's 50 feet away. I wish he had asked him how you account for the heat on the Earth, but he didn't get that far.
Don't Mormons think you all get your own sun or whatever?
Your own planet.
Planet, right?
If you're good,
Do you get
not
a sun?
right now.
No, if you get a planet, you get a sun.
Well, there can be more than one sun for one planet.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe this guy's just Mormon and confused?
There was
doesn't
no
seem Mormon to
individual
you?
suns. It's also like way down the line. It's not right as you're walking around. Everybody's got their own sun.
Did they talk about that when you were Mormon? Like, oh, my planet's going to be decked out with this and you could come visit. And like, did they say that it's going to be like.
No, nobody talked about it like decking out their planet.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like my planet is just going to be decked out in like, I don't know, posters of people. And
Posters of people.
Gonna have a Whitney Houston wall.
Oh, boy.
And then like a Michael Jackson bridge. And I don't know. I feel like it would just be decked out in some stuff.
Why didn't you convert to Mormonism?
Because I would be a super minority.
I mean, they started letting black guys in the 70s.
When they say
they got a good
started
50
letting
years under
black
their
people
belt.
in,
What's that?
When they say they started letting black people in, that's not an organization I want to join.
Oh, would you
You
wait?
better get out of America, bud.
You want organizations that don't? So you don't want to join an organization that does let black people in?
They're like, oh, well, we changed our mind. I think we want black people now. Like, no, I don't want to do that. Like, that's.
But there's no organization that
And
was
according to
always
them-
looking to let black people in.
And according to them, it was revelation from God that they could finally let black people in the 70s.
In the 70s.
That's a smart dude. Just took him a little while, right?
Took him a minute.
You know, I'm good on that.
Alan, my mom boycotted Nestle in the 80s, and we had to sort out all the Nestle candies from Halloween and give them away. Yeah, there was I don't know if there's an accusation. This was like when I was in kindergarten that Nestle was aggressively pushing infant formula in other countries. Like they ran afoul of the World Health Organization. They said that they had like Nestle employees dressing as nurses and going into like sub-Saharan Africa. So that was like that and Tylenol, when they found out that Tylenol in Chicago was like killing people or something. Those are the first big boycotts I remember.
Wait,
as a
what's
kid.
the point of them dressing as nurses? I don't understand.
I guess to misrepresent themselves, so maybe they'd seem more credible than somebody just coming and going, "Hi, I'm from Nestle," and I don't know. But that was a messy thing back then. But boy, give it up for your mom. She was walking the walk. You kids take all those Nestle candies out and give them away. Ooh. We would donate it to the Cleveland Heights School of Halloween Candy for Kids in Need, she says. Yeah, that'll happen too.
This is Derek Zoolander's institution for kids who can't read good.
Yeah, right. What is it, a school for ants? I've got to take a break here. I will have, you want to go see this movie, Next Goal Wins. It's Michael Fassbender. It's based on a true story. A down in his luck soccer coach who coaches the Samoan national team or something like that. I suspect probably a feel-good story. Next Goal Wins. I have a couple of passes for you. It's in theaters on the 17th of this month. You might have seen some commercials for it. 35192 to text another 1,000.